All right, third grade. So we talked about the lines a little bit, lines and spaces. Remember, on my carpet in the classroom I have 5 big black lines that we sit on, and the bottom one, or the one closest to the back of the room, anybody remember what that is? E. Then the next line up, and we're skipping because the order goes line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, right? So we're just talking about the lines right now. So E, and then anybody know? Well, let's go to the middle one because those are the ones, the 3 we talk about. E, back, middle, front. E, B, then F. So those are the back, middle, and front. And when the stems go down like this, doesn't change anything. It's just when the note head, the dot, is above the middle line, we typically put the stems down, and when it's below the middle line, we typically put them up. Now that can change from time to time. It doesn't have to be the same. But, so we've got E, B, F, and then this line, and then the other line, G, and then D. And now some folks remember this. Every good boy deserves fudge. I learned it, every good boy does fine, but I think deserves fudge sounds a little better. And you guys can come up with your own. In fact, you can comment below, and while I'm thinking about this, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you're watching this from my website, which is awesome, click on the YouTube down in, let's see, this is backwards, so I think it might be here. I don't know exactly where it's going to be. But click on the word YouTube, and then that will open the video in the YouTube app or the YouTube website. All right, so we've got that. So we've got E, G, B, D, F. And I'm going to put some game links for you guys to play, probably in the YouTube comments, but also on the Tornado Music website, so you can access them at both places. So you can just practice doing these. And remember, it could be, I'm going to do the same thing again over here. So the bottom line is, if we're going to draw half notes, remember half notes get how many beats? So that is still, what is that? That's still an E. And then we go up, still a G. And then over here I drew the stem going up on B. I'm going to draw it down this time. The middle line can be up or down, really. And any of them really could be up or down, it doesn't matter. But the middle line, usually we put the stem down. The middle line and above, we put the stem down. But you can break that rule too, and that's not a big deal. And then, so we said this was B, right? And then we go up, D, and then the top one is F. There you go. Now, what did he say we talked about this? And do you remember what the phrase was that we talked about? Pum, 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 pum. Every good boy deserves fudge. All right, now we're going to go with the spaces. I'm like going way fast through this just because it's a video and you're not in front of me, and so I can't see, do you understand this? Or, I can't have you raise your hands if you have a question. But what you can do is just rewind the video and watch it again and see if you can figure out those questions on your own. But you can also email me. My email address is on the website, or I'm going to try to call all the students, so when I do get a hold of you, you can talk to me, or some of you guys have been on Zoom, ask me on Zoom. All right, anyway, here we go. Now we're going to talk about the spaces. I'm going to switch colors just for the fun of it. Let's do purple. So the bottom space, let's do whole notes this time. And whole notes get how many beats? 4. And they don't have a stem on them. They're just like half notes, but they don't have a stem. Half notes get how many beats? 2. And these are what kind of notes over here? Quarter notes, and quarter notes get how many beats? 1 each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If we're doing twos, fours, we've got 1 on the bottom there, And then there's another space, there's another space, and there's another space. And these spaces, the bottom space is F. So if you're in my classroom, think about being on the back of the room. The bottom space is F, and then we go up to the next space, A. The next space is C, and then the top space closest to the board in my room, closest to the piano, is E. All right, and it spells face. So it's really easy to remember the spaces. F-A-C-E. Now I'm going to switch again. Let's go to green. So we're going to go right in order. We're not going to skip. And I'm going to erase this top one. Oh, shoot. Yeah, let's do that. Let's erase the top here. And I'll draw the spaces again. And also, I would like to say thank you very much to Mrs. Ginther for letting me use her whiteboard. All right, so we're going to do spaces. Oh, can you see that? Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to do spaces. F. Remember? A. What does it spell? F. A. C. E. All right, and that E is kind of hard to see on there. Let's see if I can make that a little better. How does that look? That's not too awful. That looks pretty funny. Anyway, all right, let's go. Now I do those there, I can erase this. And let's jump to blue, because I like this color of blue. All right, so we are going to start on the bottom line and go clear to the top line, not skipping any lines or space. We're going to go space to space, space to line, sorry. Line to space to line to space. So if we're just walking, F, go up to the space. Sorry, I messed that up. The bottom line is E. E, take a step to F, take another step to G, step to A, step to B, C, D, E, F. So it's just the alphabet. And what's the rule for the music alphabet? There's no H in music. Remember that, no H. So we start on A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Oh wait, there's no H in music, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But we're going to start on E. Starting on E there. So A, B, C, D, E. Then we take a step to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What's the next step? H, right? Oh, wait, there's no H in music. What do? We reset back to A. E, F, G, A. Middle line. I always like to have these, what I call anchor points, where you always know exactly what they are. And B is one that I always remember because it's the middle line. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Let me see, am I close? F, F, F. Maybe if it comes on F. I was way off. I was a fifth off. But anyway, so E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. And that's a weird looking F, isn't it? Let's see if I can make it a little bit better. All right. So I want you to work on memorizing these lines. We've talked about it a little bit, I think, in class, but work on that. I'm going to put some games down in the comments, and maybe that way on the website. So look for those games so you can play. On the website, Tornado Music, it may be way down at the bottom, extra games that you can play. But anyway, here's this. Rewind the video as much as you need to. Nobody's checking to see, how many times you've rewound it. In fact, it shows, if somebody was able to figure it out, it would show us that the people who rewind it the most are the people who want to learn this the most and learn it the best. So take your time with it. Watch the video again. Come back and watch it again later. But yeah, and email me or talk to me with any questions you might have. All right. Thank you.